Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. We are officially in the NFL Dead Zone Perna. Most teams are finishing up mini camps or OTAs or whatever stupid name they give to spring practice. And not a lot of real football news is happening. That's the truth. Unless, of course, you're the Houston Texans, or as I call them, the dumber Jets, who fired their GM, Brian Gaine, on Friday. So I guess we have to discuss that. Plus, Justin Bieber wants to fight Tom Cruise for some reason. And it's time to say goodbye to a sports legend. No, not the unbreakable David Ortiz. Luckily, he survived getting shot in the back in the Dominican Republic. I'm talking about Connor Cook and his release from the Detroit Lions. His NFL career is likely over. Unless that earthquake in Cleveland today is an indicator, Connor Cook will be joining Baker Mayfield and Freddie Kitchens in Cleveland to form the newly branded Iron Chefs. Add Eric Berry and change Sheldrick Red Wine's last name to Sheldrick White Wine, and you basically have a housewife's breakfast. Let's do sports news. That's good. If you'd like more mildly funny football videos, subscribe to this YouTube channel. I do multiple videos every week, so make sure you're checking in often or hitting the notification button. But first, a word from my sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by the Cove Commuter Speaker. It sounds so good that I'm reading the ad through the speaker. The Cove Commuter Speaker is a portable wireless Bluetooth speaker that packs a lot of sound in a compact package. Just like me. A single charge gets you up to 8 hours of sound. I've been using mine for over a month now when I work out, and I've only had to recharge it once. It has an indoor and outdoor mode for the best possible sound, a subwoofer, that's right, a subwoofer, and its Bluetooth connection reaches up to 30 feet. If you're looking for a great portable speaker, check out Cove with my link in the description. It's only $70 with my link, which is a 65% discount to you. Check it out. I would like to start by offering a sincere and speedy recovery to Big Papi. I'd like to congratulate the shooter for getting me to root for a Boston sports athlete. You did the impossible, you scuzz bucket. Ortiz is in stable condition after having a portion of his intestines and gallbladder removed from damage due to the shooting. That's good news considering he was shot in the back and the bullet went through his fucking stomach. Out of respect for the Red Sox legend, I will not make any Tom Brady jokes today. That's how serious I am taking this. Here's the real question I have today for everyone watching though, and I would appreciate real answers in the comments. Personally, I love it when a sports team has a great social media account. As a Broncos fan, I can say with all honesty, they do not have that. They are one of the least humorous social media accounts in the NFL, but after seeing this on the Eagles Twitter feed...
All right, North Dakota kid, how about playing with Eagles for many more years?
I like the sound of that.
You up for it? You gonna sling it?
Yes, I am.
All right. Awesome, man.
I think Philly might be worse.
All right.
What the hell was that? Besides a blown opportunity to be really funny. It looks like someone grabbed a phone, pointed it at Wentz and Laurie, and said, do something, which was the exact same approach director Clint Eastwood took in the 15-17 to Paris.
You gonna sling it?
I would have just really enjoyed seeing Jeffrey Lurie say something like, don't make me regret not paying Big Dick Nick instead of you. Or please, do not ask for another raise before your contract expires. Or simply, can you believe I gave you this contract with your medical history? My question to you is, which team has the best social media account? Who should I follow? Who has the balls to take savage shots at other teams? Now, ex-Michigan State QB Connor Cook was replaced by David Fales as the backup prospect for the Detroit Lions. The only thing worse than not getting the job to back up a quarterback who hasn't missed a start since 2010 is losing the job to a guy with the last name Fales. I can't believe I was beat out by Johnny Interceptions and Corey Girlarm. Reminds me when I got out-rebounded by Daryl No-Hops and my wife left me for Brian Dickless. we are interrupted by Scam Likely. It's like Bernie Madoff being outswindled by Scam Likely. Okay, Tony Parker announced he is retiring from the NBA. I'll take things I already thought happened for 1,000, Alex. The only people more excited for Tony Parker to retire than his family are his Charlotte teammates, knowing that their wives and girlfriends are now safe from the only Frenchman with a more feverish sex drive than Pepe Le Pew. And for the main story, Justin Bieber tweeted this yesterday. I want to challenge Tom Cruise to a fight in the octagon. Tom, if you don't take this fight, you're scared and you will never live it down. Who is willing to put on the fight? At Dana White, ? This tweet made me do something I never thought I would do. Follow UFC Canada on Twitter. Okay, and follow Justin Bieber on Twitter because this tweet earned him a follow. UFC Canada seems like an oxymoron, doesn't it? As does the kid who sang, "Baby, baby, baby," challenging Tom Cruise to a fight. In one corner, we've got Justin Bieber, a 25-year-old, 5'9" Canadian pop singer that looks like every random guy at your local gas station. And in the other corner, we've got a 56-year-old, 5'7", not that there's anything wrong with that, actor/Scientologist Tom Cruise, who's probably already in shape from his latest movie where he's jumping off of helicopters, running from aliens, or yelling at people to fuck their own face.
Take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
We know Tom Cruise rigorously trains for his action roles and does all of his own stunts. Justin Bieber, well, he skateboards at about the same level as I did 15 years ago, and sometimes he gets photographed naked. If Tom Cruise plans on attacking Justin Bieber's shins, he will lose. Skateboarders have tougher shins than anyone on Earth. Outside of that though, and maybe reach, I think Cruise has every single fighting advantage, including old man strength, dad strength, and Scientology indoctrination strength. For the fight to happen though, Justin Bieber will probably have to be open to a drug test.
What do you mean by that?
Not for steroids, but for Ritalin.
You don't even know what Ritalin is. Just knowing people who are on Ritalin isn't enough.
OddsShark recently has Bieber at -200 and Cruise at +150. That means they favor Bieber. So I guess I understand the logic that 32 fewer years and 2 inches of height makes Bieber the favorite on paper. But if any of you have seen Edge of Tomorrow, you'll know that no one is better at taking a hit and getting back up than Tom Cruise. And really, all Tom has to do to win this fight is join Twitter and correct Bieber's grammar and then say, "You can fight me when you learn to fucking read, kid." Canada may have us beat in healthcare, but it's nice to see we're still neck and neck in education. If they do fight, my only request is they both have to wear the masks from Eyes Wide Shut for the duration of the fight. And here are 3 reasons I think Tom Cruise would actually win. 1, he punched a horse in the face in Far and Away. 2, also from Far and Away, Cruise is a scrapper, capable of beating opponents far bigger than him. 3, if you remember from The Outsiders, when Cruise fights,
When I get in a fight, I want to stomp and lock it too.
stomps like a dill.
And lock it too.
What does that mean? Probably eat their brains after stomping their skull. The question though is, why did this challenge occur? What prompted the Bieber tweet? Nobody knows, and it may remain a mystery greater than Stonehenge. What we do know is that Conor McGregor will host the event if it does happen. McGregor tweeted, "If Tom Cruise is a man enough to accept this challenge, McGregor Sports Entertainment will host a bout. Does Cruise have the sprouts to fight like he does in the movies? Stay tuned to find out." Stay tuned to find out, Connor? Stay tuned? I forgot I was watching cable TV in the 90s and not reading Twitter for a second. Don't touch that dial because That's Good Sports will be right back. It really is too bad Celebrity Deathmatch hasn't been on TV for roughly 15 years now, or we could get a preview of who is going to survive this bloodbath between two guys who would definitely lie about their height on Tinder. Not that there's anything wrong with that. People have already been mocking up promo images for the Bieber fight, including this one between him and what is supposedly Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but looks more like some random middle-aged dad that shakes your hand way too hard before you take his daughter to prom. Of course, we've also got Bieber and the Joker, who just isn't looking his usual twisted self, if we're being honest. In hindsight, this was probably the guy that Kobe Bryant got dinner with after seeing The Dark Knight. And yes, stay tuned to That's Good Sports for all of your Tom Cruise and Justin Bieber fight updates. Now, in less violent news, the Texans fired their GM Brian Gaine after just one season. Unfortunately, his tenure was marred by too much pain and not enough gain. I really only have one question, and that is, how does one get fired just 1 year into a 5-year contract? Were his drafts really that bad? Is it that he forgot to tell Deshaun Watson to sling it?
You gonna sling it?
Gaine's tenure started pretty well in 2018, signing some smart contracts like Tyrann Mathieu for a 1-year deal, trading midseason for Demaryius Thomas, who was making a solid impact until he got injured. This offseason, however, Gaine let Tyrann Mathieu walk. He signed Bradley Roby, AJ McCarron, and Matt Khalil for some reason. Probably because he thought he was signing Khalil Mack for the biggest steal in NFL history. A mistake anybody could make, if they're dyslexic. The Texans also drafted offensive tackle Titus Howard in the first round this year, which was considered a major reach with all of the late round tackles still available. But of course, we've seen general managers keep their jobs for far worse. I guess this is a lesson to everyone in the Texans organization that even if the rest of the NFL doesn't really give a shit what you do, or just generally doesn't care because you're the Texans, someone on the Texans will notice because that's their job and they get paid to do it. Anyways, the Texans are supposedly looking at Nick Caserio, Ray Farmer, and Martin Mayhew to be their next GM. And I'm pretty sure that we'll only find out who they hired when they fire that person. Unless, of course, they just named JJ Watt as their GM, which would be the smartest thing they could do. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. It's different than YouTube. YouTube's is plural. You gotta sub to both. Click the notification button, brah. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. If you want to follow me there, at Brandon Pernin. Make sure you follow my genius writing partner, at WillKey6 on Twitter. He does football tweets and other things.